Introducing the Conflict Resolution Advisory Council for the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, also known as CHAZ. And they talk about appointing everyone from minorities to actual criminals to the council to be more inclusive for people with a history of crime. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on Reddit, we're here with the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone subreddit. Now here's what they say. The first thing I want you to notice is how many upvotes that this post has. 360. And it even has some Reddit gold and awards. The user that posted this is named u/moes91. It begins. Clearing up the CHAZ disinformation. Introducing the Conflict Resolution Advisory Council. We feel the need to address this because there's a hell of a lot of misinformation on this sub. Basically, Fox News has been saying that Raz Simone, a resident artist, is our leader or warlord, and he's designating himself as a police force. This is all nonsense. Raz Simone is a peaceful supporter of this movement and a powerful shepherd. However, he's no more of a leader than you or me. Now, who they're referring to is Raz. He's been going around with his gang who have weapons and declaring themselves the new police. And they've been seen on camera assaulting people with force to police their community more than once. And this is one of the biggest criticisms many people have had about the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. You know, they captured 6 square blocks in Washington of land. They declared it their own autonomous little nation. And people like Raz Simone have come out of the woodwork, declaring that they're the new sheriff in town and acting like the new police. Ironically, they're using a lot of force, just like the police they criticize. These left-wing activists and Black Lives Matter have been saying stuff like defund the police, abolish the police, all because they believe that the police are too forceful. Police brutality, they say. And then they go around brutalizing each other. So what was their response to this Raz situation? Well, they're going to form their own council to resolve conflicts. He goes on to say, you may have heard that there was an incident in which it appeared Raz shoved a graffiti artist who irresponsibly tagged over top of an established mural. However, this isn't entirely true. Both Raz and the victim have made up, and there's zero animosity. So it's like it never happened. So I shot this guy's dog, but I said I was sorry. It's like it didn't happen at all. Yeah, that's the stupidest argument I've ever heard. But if you think that's the worst of it, no. My friends, it gets worse. And oh boy, I mean, just come on. Let's keep going. Anyone who has visited the zone knows it's peaceful. It's basically an impromptu, organic community town square on Capitol Hill, a place for art and music, and a safe space where people from all walks of life of society can peacefully demonstrate. So let's clear this up once and for all the trolls and pundits. The zone has no leadership. We have a decentralized local governance structure, and we oppose all hierarchical structures. So skipping down a little bit here, we're going to take a look at the council. This is the council that they're going to create. And let me tell you folks, it is absolutely bonkers insane. Here it says, introducing Conflict Resolution Advisory Council. We hold a community democratic vote to appoint 3 people to the council. To eliminate prejudice, we will elect 1 black man, 1 black woman, and 1 white woman. Too bad to all the white males. Each person should undergo at least 1 45-minute sensitivity and political training session, which we can help organize. Whenever there is an internal conflict in the zone, it will be put to the council. Both will have an opportunity to present their side of the story to the council to review. Congratulations, you've invented arbitration. You know, arbitration already exists in the courts. It's a system where the court appoints an arbiter, someone to help 2 opposing groups resolve their conflict. So they've essentially invented a piece of the legal system. So number 3, the council members will decide on a fair resolution and provide its advice. Initially, the council will be advisory only. In the future, the system could evolve to become more mature, with binding resolutions, impositions, retribution, enforcement, and imprisonment. Oh, congratulations, you've invented the court system. Oh my god. It only took CHAZ like 1 week to become organized, to become a society, and to form its own system of government. But how will they solve these conflicts? Oh, I'm so curious. The appointed people will hear out any settlement and any disputes within the zone. We're not suggesting that the council members become leaders or judges. Only references in case of internal conflicts. And yet they say that they're gonna, in the future, come out with resolutions, impositions, retributions, enforcement. Those are all things that a court would do and would require power to enforce. It's almost like these dumb left-wing anarchists are finally realizing what it actually means to run a society. But the most shocking part of all this is their edits. And I can't even put this into words, so we're just going to look here. Edit 1. After receiving feedback about inclusiveness, we shall include in the council 1 black man, 1 black woman, 1 trans black person, and 1 non-binary black person. And then they have 1 white woman crossed out. So apparently, in order to be inclusive, they basically got rid of white people altogether. Inclusive is supposed to mean everybody. Why does it seem like to the modern leftist that diversity means anti-white? Edit 2. On more feedback, we will add to the council 1 Asian non-male. Oh boy, can't have those males, except maybe the black male, no pun intended. 1 Native American non-male, and 1 Latinx non-male. And then 4 additional black men and women to balance it out. In total, there will be 3 plus 4 plus 4 equal 11 members. Edit 3. We received some feedback about including disabled persons, mental and physical, and homeless persons on the council. 20% or 40% of the council should be persons with lived experience of disability. At least 10% should be experiencing involuntary homelessness. Edit 4. We realize that the LGBTQIA communities are being underrepresented in the council so far, and are working on proposals to recidify this. The final composition of the balanced council will likely include 10 to 50% of people who identify as LGBTQIA. Edit 5. We have agreed to add 3 more seats, 2 of which are to give a voice to the disadvantaged LGBTQIA community, and 1 to give children equal representation and fairness. The new seats include 1 for a LGBTQI identifying black disabled person, 1 for a LGBTQI identifying black homeless person, and 1 for a non-white or mixed race child. Between the ages of 8 and 15. Literally add a child. Now, I don't know about you, but an 8-year-old's decrees are usually not the most moral.
Uh-oh, Nicholas. This train is going to crash into these 5 people. Should we move the train to go this way, or should we let it go that way? Which way should the train go?
Edit 6. There have been further concerns raised over the efficacy of the council to deal with disputes between children, as children are currently not adequately represented. In light of the feedback, we will add child safety training programs to the onboarding session and add 1 additional seat for another non-white or mixed-race child between the ages of 8 and 15, preferably disabled. I'll break their legs myself. Edit 7. We've heard your concerns about Asian non-male seat representing all Asian subgroups as if they are a monolithic identity. That wasn't our intention. We will replace the Asian non-male seat with 12 mini-seats for each of the following Asian non-male identities: Chinese, Filipino, Vietnamese, Korean, Japanese, Cambodian, Taiwanese, Malaysian, Mongolian, Okinawan, Singaporean, and a wild card. Any identity except Korean American. The mini-seats will collectively hold the voting power of 1 seat. So we're at the point where they're going to elect like countless number of people. Like, will they even be able to find enough people to fit these seats? I don't know where I'm going to find like a LGBTQI identifying black homeless person and all of these non-white or mixed race children. Like, where are you going to find these people? Are they going to be qualified for the position? See, there's so many problems being exposed right now with this method of communal government, which is really just a form of a republic, not even democracy. You see, in a democracy, everyone has an equal vote. This system is literally more like a republic where you elect representatives to help solve and address your problems. America is a constitutional republic. So really, is this Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone really any different from America? Well, I don't know, but let's keep looking at their edits. Edit number 8. We've been told that our council underrepresents those with a criminal record or incarceration experience. as white culture allows people to suffer a particular disadvantage because of past convictions. The council will mandate that no more than 25% of its members must have a violent criminal history with previous or current incarceration experience. Edit number 9. Oh, finally, I'm shaking in my boots, folks. Some women have expressed to us that they wouldn't feel comfortable presenting a case involving a sexual offense to a council that is partly made up of criminals with a history of committing sexual offenses. We are placing a cap of 50% of the proportion of the council members who have performed one or more premeditated sexual assaults or struggle snuggles in the preceding 12 months. Homeless persons and disabled persons are exempt from this cap. You know, some people ask me why I honk the horn. I don't honk the horn because I want to. I honk the horn because I have to. Because clearly, we are living in a clown world. As you can see, this idea for an advisory council is absolutely and utterly insane. So much so that I have to think that this is all one big troll. And it's hilarious. But at the same time, there's also no proof that it's not a troll. And it's got awards, it's got upvotes, and it's on the official Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone subreddit. So it's really hard to tell, but apparently, if they were to follow this insane plan, they would have a bunch of minorities on a council, and even literal children. Not to mention people with a history of assault on women. Does it get any clownier than that? So in the replies, people are just as perplexed. Cranky Adolf says, "It has gotten to the point where I literally can't tell who's serious and who's a troll anymore. This is the best thing of 2020 so far." So Razor Took says, "Fox called the government an anarcho-syndicalist commune, as seeing as I doubt they'd ever make a Monty Python reference like that on their own, it must have come from somewhere. This is truly the weirdest timeline." Then he paraphrases because he doesn't want to be beat up by the Reddit mob. For the record, it was actually my mom that had Fox on. I was busy rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender and prefer CNN anyway. Oh boy! Gotta cuck out to all the other soy boys, don't ya? Because you're gonna be downvoted if you admit that you watch Fox News. See, this is a problem with Reddit. And, you know, these Redditors and these left-wing activists have essentially become a parody of themselves. Because if this exposes anything, it's one simple fact. Diversity doesn't work. There's a reason that in America, for example, the amount of votes that a state has to elect a president scales based on population. Because if you're going to try to fill every single niche, every single underrepresented minority in the book, you're not going to have enough seats for a coherent form of government. Moreover, you can elect all of these like minority, disabled, LGBT, whatever, to your government, but are they going to represent the interests of the majority and the common man? Probably not. And then, of course, a lot of the left-wing activists expose the fact that they're racist. For example, a user called Shitposter4471 says, "Ah, yes, white women, the most oppressed minority in America. Move over, Native Americans, Asians, any other POC. We only deal with real problems over here." So you can see a lot of these left-wing activists are, well, they're bigots. And if you're a white person, too bad. You don't get any representation, and you don't get to make the rules. At least in their world. These people are deranged. Slow Device 6 says, "Raz Simone is a peaceful supporter of the movement. There's video evidence of him assaulting 2 different people this week. LOL." Oh, my friends, but you know what? That's pretty much the story. I can only take so much of this baclownery in one day. So, there you have it. They've got a conflict resolution advisory council now. They've got their own system of government. Our little socialist, communist, anarchist, hippie utopia is growing up. It seems just like yesterday that they ran out of food and were starving. They die of famine so fast. I can't wait to see the future exploits of the CHAZ. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know down below in the comment section. You got any advice for the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone? Perhaps their council isn't diverse enough. Submit your ideas. Now, as always, if you want to support the work I do, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. If you want to donate, there's DonorBox and Bitcoin. Links are down below in the description. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a share. Share it on social media and online. Show everyone the exact type of government that CHAZ has come up with. And lastly, have you ever wanted to go on a crusade? Well, now you can! Introducing the Deus Vult Knight Classic t-shirt. An impeccable knight stands upon the battlefield, ready to take back the Holy Land. There's also the Deus Vult sword design. Links available down below. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.